We're at Tallulah Gorge Dam. So this is going to be a little tour of this area. Doing a little tour with baby girl, so you're going to hear her in the background. No? Look at the old light pole. It's got the radiant reflector. Some of those radiant reflectors go for a lot of money. Yep. Now we're walking up the hill to enter next to the bridge. The steps. So peaceful out here. So to get down under the bridge, there's some stairs right here. Ooh, we got an electric vault. Alright, we have a little flooding problem here, so there's a whole bunch of grass and rocks or sticks blocking the drain, so I cleared it out. A couple minutes from now, should be less watery. I love bridge architecture. All right, let's read the plaque here, as long as baby girl allows. Tallulah Falls Bridge. The original Tallulah Falls Bridge was constructed in 1938 to 39 to eliminate traffic congestion on the narrow roadway on the top of the adjacent Tallulah Falls Dam. At the time it was constructed, the 505-foot bridge contained one of the longest plate girder spans in the United States. The bridge, designed by Georgia State Highway Department, is significant for the engineering aspects of its design. The sitting of the bridge over Tallulah Gorge, which lends the bridge Distinction dictated the design of the bridge. Few, if any, of the other bridges in the state can compete with the dramatic setting of Tallulah Gorge, whose rock walls rapidly drop to the river, leaving the bridge to cross approximately 165 feet over the riverbed. The bridge was reconstructed in 1991 to 93, retaining portions of the superstructure, substructure, and support piers of the original design. The original bridge railing, sidewalks, and upper portions of the piers were removed. The interpretive area was designed by Georgia Department of Transportation in 1990, utilizing portions of the original bridge railing and lighting fixtures. The original bridge plaques are affixed to the railing. There's a cable system up here. I wonder if that's for people doing bridge maintenance for their safety harnesses. Got another radiant light pole. Now this plaque, Tallulah Falls Bridge, dedicated to the memory of Mrs. John King Otley, President Board of Trustees, Tallulah Falls School, 1922 to 1940. Who gives to his country an educated Christian citizen, serves both God and man forever, and that's Daniel Webster. All right, let's see if we can get some video over the edge here. That is beautiful. Now the old bridge they were talking about, or the old driving area, was above where the water's pouring out. I can't point because I'm holding my baby on my shoulder. But it's the structure above where the water's draining, at the very top. That was the old bridge. An old either metal halide or high pressure sodium light. The 15 is probably means 150 watts. The 03 may mean that it was installed in 2003. I don't know what the G means. It's got a photo cell on the top. Oh, we got a little rail problems here on the, I guess, the east side. Looks like the welds had failed. All right, here's some graffiti. I always like to get video of graffiti. Oh. All right, I am free of baby girl. So now I can get to a little bit more angle of the video. All right, so I was talking earlier, this used to be the old bridge right here. Like, I guess people would walk and drive across that. Alright, so now we're going to go up the steps.
Balls for.
Yeah. One of the things I like about old bridges is the railing, the aluminum railing. Now this railing, I believe it said it was probably from the 90s, early 90s. But there's a lot of railing that I've seen in Florida and in Georgia that, in Florida particularly, a lot of the old bridges that used to be current 30 years ago, or common, were built in the early to mid 60s, and they have a very stylish aluminum rail and bracket structure. But since then, since the early 90s, they've replaced a lot of those old bridges in some of the main areas like interstates. But you can still find one of those early to mid 60s bridges in rural areas of Florida. If you find a bridge with a date of like 1963 or 65, chances are it's got that railing system I'm talking about. Here's a little more elevated view of this area.
No!
Yeah, excited, baby. You like that view, don't you? Yeah? One last thing before we leave. I'm assuming that this is creating some kind of power, or used to create some kind of power. So they have a reference to Georgia Power Company property. It would be interesting in the comments if you could tell me if this thing still produces power.